Hello, YouTube. How we doing today? What's going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to our Feedback Loop Arcade every other Saturday evening. With me this evening is writer, YouTuber, and podcast host Claire Weaver, a.k.a. 8-Bit Terror. Hey, how's it going?
And with me tonight is gamer, YouTuber, and big nerd, Spornicus Rex.
Yeah.
Hello.
And also joining us this evening for this Valentine's Day special is newly promoted channel producer Joe Schmo0216.
Hey, Joe.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
And also, a special guest tonight is Mrs. Joe Schmo, Angie Schmo,
Hey, Angie.
the long-suffering wife of, of Joe. Hey, Angie, welcome.
Howdy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, it's a wonderful Saturday night.
Yeah.
Ain't it though?
Yeah, so I see lots of names in the chat, but before we say hi to everyone, I just want to say, what are you guys drinking tonight?
Tequila.
Hey, we're on the whiskey. I'm going to put my whiskey glass in the
Yeah.
shot.
We're drinking some Bitchmark. Just good old Bitchmark.
Here, I'll put my tequila in the. Oh, wait,
Oh,
that's
wait,
right.
yeah.
Aw. There we go. So I'm drinking. I love these glasses, by the way. I have
Yeah.
these weird, kind of, what do
I
you
don't
call them?
know.
Like knobbly bobbly
Yeah,
glasses?
I don't know how
what it's
to
called.
describe them. They came with a boxed set of Di Serono, which is a really good liqueur. Amaretto, I think.
I'm going to light the candle.
Yeah. You got to give it a little time for the wax to get nice and hot anyway.
There we go.
Oh, that looks killer. So romantic.
Hey, yeah, a little
wait a
bit of
minute.
mood lighting.
Wait a minute. Why is that candle in a pitcher?
We'll get to that.
Why does that candle have a pour spout on?
We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's smoking quite a lot.
Uh-oh.
What is this? That's what I want to know. What's this here?
Yeah, what is that frilly little thing there?
I'm all about this bit. I'll take this corner. Chocolates.
And the other corner, you know.
Yeah, I'll take all of it. It's all my stuff. Say hi to some people. There's
Yeah,
people
I'm
here.
going to say hello to... hang on, let me get off the top chat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hey, I had it fixed. I had to reset
All right,
it. a
so
second
hang
ago.
on. Before you say hi, make sure everyone, you're switched over to all messages or top chat. They've changed the app, so I don't know which one you're seeing. You want to be on live chat. Live chat or all messages,
Yeah.
not top chat or filtered messages or whatever the fuck.
Wow.
Stop.
Stop what? I'm just fidgeting.
So yeah, make sure you select that. You have to manually change from filtered messages to all messages, otherwise you won't see the live chat. We do have it up there on the screen as well, so you will be able to see that. But if you want to read in the actual YouTube app, make sure you switched over. Anyway, say hi to some folks.
Yeah, let me say hi to everybody. All right, check this shit out. CJ Voorhees 93, first one in the chat. Hello and welcome, sir. Good
Hello.
to see you this evening. Who else do we have with us? Joe Schmo0216 and 8-Bit Terror.
Hey.
And Captain Caffeine. Hey, what's up, Cap? Nah, man, we'll be on our sort of best behavior.
We'll be on our usual behavior.
Yeah,
so.
oh, there you go. Yeah, on the best of our usual behavior. There you go. Angela Fuller, hello and welcome, ma'am. And Jose Feliciano and Hack Parachute. And I'm sorry I don't know how to say this name, man. What is going on, though? Hello and welcome.
Hey,
We're-
everyone.
Even if I can't say your name, I'm still glad to have you here. Hi.
Absolutely.
Anton G, what's up, man?
Hey.
Ooh, shit, Cap, you drinking some Angel's Envy tonight. My
Ooh,
goodness.
breaking out the good
I'm
stuff.
going to have to try that one of these days.
CJ's on the Pepsi.
CJ having a Pepsi, right on.
Did you go for a Coke and the
'Cause
fridge said,
Pepsi-
is Pepsi okay?
I was just going to say, because Pepsi is okay. Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
hey, don't forget,
is it though?
I mean, I mean,
It's okay.
CJ says it is, and CJ's all right.
I have
so
a Diet Coke. Hang on.
That's the
That's
way.
what I drink.
Whiskey and Coke.
Well, separately. Separately.
Just chase
Coke forever, Pepsi never. I will start a war.
All right, so...
Igor the Psycho.
Oh, damn. That is quite the username.
I love it. Hi, Igor. Welcome in.
It's an amazing
Oh.
username.
Thomas Shag is with us as well, drinking some root
And
beer.
root beer. Woo, woo. What's up, Thomas Shag?
I actually don't like root beer. It tastes like medicine.
I fucking love her. I get that, though, because you're British.
Yeah.
And
and
I'm not
medicine
being
tastes like root beer.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not being funny. It's like that some of the, like, I don't know, you've said before, it's like some of the medicinal shit has a similar flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of root beer though?
He
Are
says
there
it's
different kinds?
Like
not drinking
good
it right
root
now.
beer?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever had good
Like-
root beer.
Glass bottle Sprecher root beer from
Good old Wisconsin.
yeah.
I like IBC and I like Barks. and
IBC
I
is
like,
good stuff.
Yeah, and
Barks
I like
is
there's
great
one you can't find it very often, but it's Dr. McGillicuddy's. And Dr. McGillicuddy
Okay.
they make
Rex.
yeah.
Rex.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dr. McGillicuddy's is not root beer. It is a root beer flavored liqueur.
Well, right, but they actually no for real. Dr. McGillicuddy's actually does make a vanilla liqueur, and they make an actual like cream soda, just fucking cream soda and root beer
They
too.
do not.
They really do.
I'm
Bullshit.
really
I'm
regretting
calling
this
bullshit.
conversation.
No, it's really fucking excellent too, because we would get the Dr. McGillicuddy's root beer and the Dr. McGillicuddy's vanilla liqueur and make a root beer float. We'd have root beer and vanilla liqueur. It's fucking
They do
excellent.
not.
That sounds like
What
the
the
worst
I
way
swear
to
to
vomit.
God, dude. I swear to God, they do, and it's
Oh
fucking
my!
excellent.
No, I'm looking
no
at it
attention
right
to Claire,
now. What
it's
the
great.
fuck is this?
He's looking it up right now. Yeah, it's good shit, man. You'll dig it.
Cat
Yeah.
wants to know, is
Just drinking
sarsaparilla the
root beer.
same thing as
Bullshit.
cream soda? I don't know.
I don't
No.
think so. Yeah, I don't
I
think
have
so.
no idea.
No, it's not.
I got confused.
Because cream
playing-
soda is delicious and sarsaparilla is disgusting.
No, wait a minute. I thought sarsaparilla was like a requirement for root beer and shit. Am I not understanding how that works?
I don't think it is. I think it's something that a lot of people use for root beer, but I don't think it's like a requirement to be like defined as root beer.
Ah, okay. I mean, all right. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me.
Well, so far this Valentine's Day special has got off to a very tame start. We're how many minutes? We're 9 minutes in, and we haven't got banned yet from YouTube or like demonetized.
Which,
So
by the way, actually, this video shouldn't be monetized. I turned off monetization for this video. So, though we're not, man, y'all know us. We some dirty motherfuckers. We got a dirty sense of humor, but we're not trying to get super perverted or whatever.
right, this isn't going to be a TMI.
It's not like pornographic or any bullshit like that. Y'all know we have more class than that. But I did go a little more class, yeah. I did go ahead and turn off monetization for this stream because we know it's going to be fairly adult natured.
Yeah.
And I just, that way we don't have to restrain ourselves. Even if you like being restrained a bit, you don't have to restrain yourself.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Speaking of.
Click, click, click.
So yeah, let's get into the topic of today because this is a Valentine's Day special. Obviously, we're not at Valentine's Day yet; we're a little early, but this is our closest stream to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And we want to talk a little bit about more mature themes, more risque things, sex, kink, pornography.
Wait, what?
But we're going to talk about it in a somewhat mature way. Attitudes towards
You might.
cultural differences, that kind of thing, psychological reasonings behind that sort of stuff. So, it's just to be warned, it is going to be a risque, mature themed episode tonight. A little setup here might have given that away a little bit. But if anyone is of a nervous disposition, or underage, or not mature enough to handle this kind of conversation, feel free to bow out gracefully and catch us on the next one, where we'll be probably equally as dirty on that one, but it won't be the theme of the episode.
Right. Yeah. Igor the Psycho says, yep, strike incoming. I hope not. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh, Thomas Shake says, I love this type of stream because it's so free and podcast like. Yeah, that's what we're going
absolutely.
for. And then haha boobies.
Oh, hey, right on. Jose is listening to this while playing The Witcher 3.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah.
I was actually playing The Witcher 3 just a few minutes ago. I've got to Skellige in last night's live stream. So it's a whole new area of the map with like hundreds of question marks everywhere. And so
you're having fun.
Of course
Yeah.
I'm running off chasing down the question marks now.
Did you answer CJ's question here?
I don't think so, no.
Did you get dinged for last night's stream?
Oh, probably. Honestly, I haven't looked. It had some little boobies off in there, didn't it?
It did.
Oh, let's see. Donut.
I was going to say you're pulling it up now, but I didn't want to sound like you're pulling it out now.
I can do that too, man. I know we want to go live.
Far.
Here we go, live stream.
So far, so good.
Yeah, monetization is full.
Nice. Don't mention anything.
Yeah, right. Don't
Google
say
might hear us.
Don't tell Google anybody. Y'all don't tell Google, man. It did have boobies. I mean, it was just
boobies
like,
and we saw pubes.
oh, that's right. There was the sex scene with Yennefer. Yeah, I completely fucking forgot about that.
Did we see
Jesus Christ
pubes? Did he? We didn't see
I don't think we saw any
dong
Geralt
or anything.
We didn't see any Geralt.
You never seen the good stuff.
Right, we didn't get like a little bit of Ben
God.
Affleck in. Was it in Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, no Geralt junk.
Oh,
Do you guys know, this is a fun random fact that I actually learned from a comedy podcast the other day. It's illegal to have a real dong on film if you want it to not be X-rated.
Yeah, male genitalia cannot be shown unless it's otherwise it's pornographic.
in the US.
Like,
that is correct.
you
In
can
the
show a
US.
dong,
Yeah.
But
we did see
only
oh, no,
if it's a prosthetic.
I think you might be talking about erect dong.
Mm,
Because-
rather than a flaccid penis.
No.
Like,
An erect
No.
penis.
Apparently, if it is a prosthetic, it's fine. It will obviously be rated R, but it's fine as long as it's prosthetic. If it's not prosthetic, it's automatically rated X,
But
no
we
matter
definitely
any of the other
saw-
content.
I remember it was Gone Girl when Ben Affleck flashed a little hit. It wasn't. I don't think you saw full. No,
But
there
was
are
that
dongs in
really him or was that a prosthetic of some sort?
It was supposed to be really him.
As
There are
long as they
plenty of
put a
movies-
sleeve on, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
But there are plenty of movies where you've seen like, you know, men's locker
Mhm.
rooms and there's dudes walking around with their junk
Yeah.
hanging out, and like, yeah, it's gonna get.
And every single one of them is wearing a prosthetic if it's not rated X.
I don't
What?
buy it.
I know.
I
It's
don't. I
interesting.
don't
I know.
believe
Are
that.
you for real?
Yes, it's been a law since
Shit,
the
look it up.
1970s,
Wow.
1960s.
Yeah, Joe,
All
to
right.
the Google. Prove yourself.
Yeah, well,
Fine. I'll friggin'
while-
fine. I'll cite my source.
there you go. Cite your sources. Always
It's like
cite
your
your
sword.
always cite your sources, kids.
Yeah.
So let's. CJ says it's weird how there was more nudity in last night's stream than the one where Kiara was topless, and they demonetized me for that one. They did. I think maybe the algorithm just hasn't spotted last night's video yet.
Or it could be a shorter moment because it was only for like a few seconds that you
Yeah.
saw boobs, whereas in the other one you had. I'm pretty sure there was more toplessness.
Yeah, they were sitting there talking for a while. Let's also say hello to Kate Mang, Unleash the Goof.
Hey!
What's up, Unleash the Goof?
And Passion Flower Percussion
It
is with
is-
us.
it is
Ding dong. Perfect timing as usual. Definitely. So this leads perfectly into the first part of our conversation. I do want to talk about attitudes towards sex and like the showing of private parts and stuff like that in films and TV shows. Attitudes
Yeah.
towards sex culturally, the difference is between the US and other countries. Obviously, you all know I'm from England. I spent the first few decades of my life there, so I grew up with that culture. And then coming here, I find it so strange. The attitudes for sex and violence are switched. Here, it's like children can watch all sorts of violence, but God forbid they see a hint of nipple or a boobie or anything that's like more than two people kissing. Whereas in the UK, it's like we keep our children away from violence because, God, you don't want your kids to see that. But if there's nudity, as long as it's not like porn or like graphic or something, but if it's like
Yeah.
a naked person not doing anything sexual, then like,
Yes,
well,
that is
that's
a
just their body.
That is a
you
person
know?
who possesses a human body. Yeah, right. Big deal. Excuse me.
Before we get too deep into this as well, I do want to ask Joe, are you okay? Do you need a safe word for tonight?
He might.
I hate all of you people.
I had an idea. I do want to ask the chat. Let's come
shit.
up with a safe word for Joe in case he needs it. You guys get to pick
This is
what Joe's safe
ridiculous.
word is. So if he needs to tap out, if he's getting a little too like uncomfortable with the conversation, he can say the safe word, and we'll call it off. It will just be red light, straight away stopping everything. So yeah, what is Joe's safe word?
Anton says it should be Big Deek.
Passion Flower says banana. Couple votes for feet. Big feet.
No.
Yeah, calm down, folks. Joe really doesn't like feet.
So what do you think about the cultural differences? I mean, you're
honestly,
born and raised
I
in
brought
Texas.
this up. Yeah, I'm the one that brought this up when we were looking for topics the other day. Claire and I have been watching some British comedy here the last couple of weeks. We've been watching Blackadder. What was that one we just watched with John Cleese?
Faulty Towers.
Faulty Towers.
I've shown you Spaced.
Spaced.
And Black Books. We
Black
watched
Books
that
as well. I fucking love Black Books.
Yeah.
Black Books and Blackadder, great British comedy. But the reason I bring this up is because I have noticed, specifically in Blackadder, but in all British comedy that I've seen so far, there's a lot of sexual innuendo, references to kink and BDSM, not just sexual innuendo, but references to actual kink and BDSM type stuff.
And this is a mainstream, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a mainstream
this is like
comedy
primetime TV
show.
Now,
It's
from the 70s, early 80s, was it?
Blackadder's from the 70s, Black Books is 2000s.
Right, more recent.
Spaced was late 90s, Faulty
Yeah.
Towers was 70s.
Right, so we're talking
So it's kind of spanning the
entertainment media
decades.
that spans several decades here, and consistently throughout all of these shows, you see a lot of sexual innuendo, references to kink, kinky sex, and BDSM and stuff. And yes, American television, evening sitcoms, yeah, well, they joke about sex. They make some dick and fart jokes and stuff like that.
But that's more
But it's
toilet
more
humor.
Yeah, it's more just kind of having a toilet humor, crass sense of humor. Where a lot of the British comedy that I've been watching lately, it's very pervasive. You see, it's kind of like watching the movie Shrek. A lot of you will be familiar with Shrek. There's some pretty dirty jokes in Shrek, but they're kind of spaced out, kind of few and far between. So that's the difference there between American television, where there's dirty jokes, sure, but they're kind of few and far between. But there's more violence. Where in British comedy, there's less violence, very little violence, but lots and lots of sexual innuendo,
And there's also
kink and BDSM and shit.
Yeah, there's also a lot of sexual themed storylines. I mean, there's one episode of Blackadder which is called back to in another season, where you have the young woman whose father is in poverty, and she has to go to seek her fortune. She's going to go pretend to be a man and go to
join
London.
the military or whatever.
No, she goes to get a job for
try to get a job.
Blackadder. So she's going to go basically be a
servant boy or
servant,
something.
butler, squire type thing, but she's going to pretend to be a man. And the father is like, well, can't you just do what any young woman in your position would
be a
do
whore.
and be a prostitute?
Yeah.
We'd make a lot of money, and you don't even have to get out of bed.
And this is like one of the jokes
Goals
of the
right
show,
there.
man.
Right,
Like
right.
dad is on the side of, well, can't you just be a prostitute to make
Yeah.
money for the family?
And this is the storyline goes that she goes and gets a job for the main character, who doesn't seem to notice. No one seems to notice that she's quite clearly a woman, very
yeah.
lovely,
very
looking
attractive
woman.
young woman. Yeah.
But she's cut her hair short and she's wearing trousers.
So it's got to be a dude.
But
yeah.
the main character is attracted to her, and she's attracted to him, and they have this like, oh no, we're kind of into each other, but we shouldn't be, but we kind of are.
Yeah.
And then she reveals she's a woman, and so on.
And then she falls for somebody else.
And then she falls for Lord Flashheart. But yeah, that's like a theme of a part of the story is like cross-dressing and gender identity and what would be seen as taboo relationships that's set in the 1500s in the time of Queen Elizabeth I. So yeah, it's like, it's just there, and we don't have any problem making jokes about it. I mean, I watched these shows when I was a child, like 8 years old, something like that.
Yeah, right.
And sure, I did not
That's what
get a lot
happened.
of the humor. I
Oh.
did not get a lot of the jokes, but I knew they were talking about, sex and
Yeah.
maybe not specifically, but I
Right.
knew it was like love and things that grown-ups do,
Yeah.
kissing and stuff. So,
And look at you now.
yeah.
Definitely doing the things that grown-ups do.
I wanted to bring up the Carry On films, which is a series of British comedy films released between 1958 and 1992. This went on for decades. There were 31 movies released under the Carry On banner, and they're all names like, oh gosh, let me pull them up. Each one had a different theme. So it's like Carry On Sergeant was like military theme. Carry On Nurse was in a hospital. Carry On Teacher was obviously in a school. Carry On Constable was, themed around police officers and so on. They are so
Are you sure this isn't a
dirty.
porn series?
No, but they're so dirty. And they're like just really, I mean, I don't know how well the humor stands up. It may be a little gross by today's standards. I'm not sure. I haven't watched them in a while. But they were like, they're a staple of British comedy. And they're just like risque, lots of double entendres. I mean, fucking tons. Yeah, this is the stuff. Tons of double entendres, just lots of funny sex jokes. And there's always like one character, one like dumb, busty blonde who is basically like a nymphomaniac or whatever. And, just wants to sleep with everyone. It's just so like gleefully, unashamedly silly with its humor, and just being like, yeah, we can make fun of horny dudes lusting after busty blondes, and and just the various hijinks that ensue when you're kind of trying to get stuff done, but sex is getting in the way.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah.
Okay, let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Let's see. I need to say hello to Ruben Diaz. Hola, saludos a todos los gringos. Hey, all you gringos, what's up? What's going on, Ruben?
Hey, Ruben.
Welcome in, buddy. And Miranda Saturn.
Oh, hey, Miranda.
Evening, all. What's going on, Miss Miranda Saturn?
Caps is my only
How you doing,
exposure to
Miranda?
British sexy stuff was Benny Hill.
A dirty old guy chasing women all the time. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Getting hit with an umbrella for it.
So, going back to the question of what's Joe's safe word, I think we should go with banana. I think that's a good safe word.
Banana.
Banana?
Banana for scale.
Or
Wait. Does
Do you
that
have
mean
to
if
say
I
it?
say banana, it's not going to work? I have to say
banana.
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 Oh,
Yeah,
fuck you guys.
Banana.
Yes, you do.
You're
You have to
welcome,
say it
Miranda.
like
I
that.
meant to scare you.
Hey, that's not a
DJ,
regular
that's
whip.
Rex's word.
Joe's safe word could be loot. No, that's my safe word, yeah.
Wait, do it Gwen Stefani style? What? How does she say banana? I don't remember.
Banana.
Banana.
B-A-N-A.
Oh,
God.
of course. That's
Oh
not. I
my
didn't know that was
God.
Gwen Stefani. I thought that was.
Nope.
Is there a
Sorry,
song
not
that
doing
goes
that.
that way?
Yeah.
Oh, there would be.
Oh, Rex. Did you miss the early 2000s?
Rex does not know anything about music
as
unless it's
much
heavy
as
metal.
I could, yeah.
Well, put it this way, babe. If it's not metal, he doesn't know it.
Yeah. I pretty much just don't have any use for it if it's not metal.
So, Angie, Joe, let me ask you guys.
Except for Let It Go.
Oh, let
He
it go.
definitely knows that.
That's because I have kids.
Right. That's your excuse.
Yeah.
So, you guys are from the Midwest. What is it like there in terms of attitudes towards sex and humor about sex, openness about sex? Do you guys, what? Because we're obviously, my experience in the US is California, which is, and the film industry specifically, which is a little different. Rex is from Texas, where I don't even want to get into. Well, no, we'll
Yeah,
get
we
to that
pretty
in a
much just
second.
fuck sheep. Yeah.
But what's the Midwest like?
I mean, when it comes to the Midwest, a lot of the people throughout are Lutheran or Catholic. So a lot of them are rather, I don't know that I'd say prude, but they don't really talk about it in public or with their families.
So prude in public, freak in private, because they're all
Ooh.
German, Catholic, Italian. Where it's all happening. It's just happening a little quietly.
The Midwest is one of those things where you are surprised to find out how many of them are swingers.
Oh, shit, okay.
Shit.
I mean,
yeah, I
y'all
was gonna
spend a-
say, is it like it happening quietly, as in like just regular vanilla sex, or are we talking like there's
Oh, no.
underground
Just
cultural stuff going on, but like no
I
one
mean,
talks
it's
about
really
it?
cold there. Y'all have to spend a lot of time indoors, right? I would
That's
imagine
fair,
y'all
Rex.
be doing a lot of fucking, yeah.
I don't
would
know that
imagine.
I'd call it underground per se. It's more just one of those things where like you know who you can talk to about it,
Oh.
and if you know what's going on there, y'all know what's going the fuck on. And you're probably participating, but
Whoa.
Oh my.
But other than that, it's very much we're probably not really going to talk about it.
Or like Kate said here, growing up with Roman Catholic parents, I did not get the sex talk. Like it's
right.
there's some that are like open and ready and gonna tell you about stuff, but a whole lot of people aren't comfortable with talking about it themselves. I bet you have similar things in Texas, Rex, where like
Oh yeah.
it's kind of you figure it out on your own, and that's not always the best way to figure things out. But
Mm-hmm.
welcome
Yes.
to America.
Yeah, we don't have a great sex education system here in the States.
I was
in
going to
general.
say,
No, we
sex
don't.
ed in this country is shameful. And I imagine in Texas and maybe in the Midwest as well, it's even more shameful. Not that I had great sex education in the UK, but we were told
Apparently
what
you
we
did. Oh wait,
told
we're talking. Never mind.
what parts we have and what happens during them.
later.
We were shown like
Yeah.
how to put a
Actual
condom
biology
on and
type
yeah,
stuff
biology, but also we had like
Yeah,
the
see-
STD talk, the here's how to use a condom. We were never told don't do it. We were told if you do it, be fucking careful.
Yeah.
And that I think is the best
See,
approach
and
because kids, if you tell someone don't
Yeah.
do something, what
That's the first fucking thing.
Yeah.
Don't hit the big red button.
Mhm.
Bam! Hit the big red button. I mean, it's fucking human. It's basic human psychology, man.
Right. We have to
I
say
mean,
hi
there's
to
a sign that says wet paint.
Is it? Touch it. It's the first thing I
Oh,
do.
look
I
at
have
that.
to
That
touch
is
it.
wet.
I have to touch it. I can't help it.
yeah, keep off the grass. Why? Stick your foot in it.
I love smoking grass. Oh wait.
So we have to say hi to who snuck in Zylock
Zylock, DMB.
and Catherine Jones, Catherine the
Oh,
Great.
hey, Kat. What's up?
Hey.
How y'all doing? Oh, so I think let's see. Yeah, Igor saying I'm from the UK, from the Ukraine. And California is a scary place for sex jokes, like a woke paradise. Now, I get it. You have to understand there's different cultures in the
Right.
chat here this evening, so people have different ways of looking at things. And I kind of get that because in certain cultures, it's just not at all appropriate to make, sexually aware jokes. It's like, hey, dude, that's not appropriate. You don't need to be talking about that. I don't know.
But see,
I
Igor, that's where it's kind of questionable too, because just because it's a woke paradise doesn't mean you can't talk about sex. In fact,
Yeah.
in some circles of a woke paradise, they would almost argue that you're not being woke if you're
not
deliberately
discussing-
not talking about
yeah,
sex.
right.
So,
that makes sense. Yeah. And
it's-
sexual
it's so
orientation. and
fucking
stuff,
weird.
yeah.
I like Miranda's comment here about same in Germany. We got free condoms in 9th grade, which would be like
And-
14-ish, I
Okay,
would
yeah,
imagine,
yeah.
and a tutorial on how to use them.
And very
as a result,
fewer
very
teen
few teenage
pregnancies.
pregnancies.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
I was also going to bring up
See-
the idea of if you don't get your sex education from a responsible source,
Yeah.
a sort of more mature
Where are
biological
you getting
source
it
or whatever,
from?
you're probably
Porn.
getting it from porn.
Porn.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about porn for a minute because
Woo!
that
oh,
is-
wait. Hang on.
now to each their own. To each their own. I will have a little disclaimer here. I don't like porn. I think it's just kind of like not sexy. Sometimes some of it
Claire,
can be
have
kind of
you
sexy.
tried audio porn?
Wait, what?
No, what is that? Send me a link.
Something you'd probably enjoy.
I don't like
Spell it.
seeing people that I don't know fucking. I'm not the sort of person to go to an
Claire,
orgy.
that's the point.
Wait,
Audio.
you like watching people you do know?
Well, yeah, me and whoever I'm fucking.
Yeah,
like,
right.
there's a mirror in the room, and sure.
I mean, there is a mirror. in
No.
there.
Let me repeat. Audio porn.
How do you spell it?
AUDIO.
Like
Audio.
sound
I-
stuff.
Audio
oh,
porn.
yeah, okay. Just like people breathing heavy and talking
Ew,
and stuff.
no, no.
No.
Hard no.
Claire,
Hard no.
Claire. I promise you. I have this. It's so weird.
What have you been doing in your free time, Joe?
Say
Okay,
banana, say
so-
banana, Joe.
You can literally Google like
Oh, I'm on
So
it.
is it like?
what's it called?
Is
Like
it kind of like
female
stories?
empowerment porn or some bullshit like that. But like
Excuse you?
it's
Oh, that's
Pop
Is
this
that
up on
bullshit?
screen.
oh, it's on
woke
Oh,
paradise.
Okay.
audio porn.
Like
audio
it's
porn is
it's
pornography,
literally
which-
you will have this situation where a dude is like trying to talk to you and some shit happened and he's trying to help you out, and then it'll
Joe,
slowly evolve into
you
a
may want to
sexual
stop talking.
situation.
Look at the chat.
No,
Joe,
no.
Your brother is just in the
you got
chat.
family members
You got-
showing up, dog.
Hey man, it's not your fault if you showed up. I told you not to come here tonight. I deliberately
Oh, wait, you
warned
told me
you
not
that
to
you
come
should
tonight?
not be here.
Hi, brother.
Hey,
Hey,
Chinokaki. How's it going?
You,
So
Chino,
Oh, we have to
my
also
wife
say,
is here.
we have to
You
say hi
can't
to
make it
Jameson
funnier
as
than
well.
she's going to.
Tom Jameson, the juice box. What's up, buddy?
The Jameson Juice Box says, I had to ask the pharmacist for condoms in 9th grade. Damn.
Whereas in Wisconsin, we didn't even get condoms. It was literally here's the STDs you could get. Here's the problems. Here's
Yeah,
the
right.
pain.
It's
Here's
more of
blah,
a
blah, 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 blah.
deterrent than,
By the way,
educating,
condoms would help, but, abstinence is truly the best way to avoid problems with sex.
Which, I mean, is true. You can't get someone pregnant
but
or get an
that's
STD
fucking
if you don't fuck.
horseshit to teenagers.
Exactly.
It's going to happen, man.
It's true. It's factual information, but it is extremely unhelpful information.
That's like
Extremely
going,
unhelpful.
hey, okay, this is driver's ed, and here's how to not have an accident. But also, if you just don't drive, you can't get into an accident.
I mean,
Again,
Just
not
fail everyone out of
untrue.
driver's
oh
ed.
shit, I fell off the curb.
Yeah.
But like pointless for what we're talking about. If it's
Exactly.
called sex
Yeah.
education,
Exactly.
the solution wouldn't be no sex. Like that's
Well-
not. It's incompatible.
And it is really hard to figure out like when exactly you should have that conversation. But I was in middle school and there were like friends of mine coming to me saying that they had had sex.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we were on 13 and on 12, 13, and that feels too early. It feels like that's not appropriate for that age.
Yeah.
But some of them are exposed, like, and you like we just talked about what's on TV. If you're
Right.
exposed to that kind of TV, you're already aware of it at that age, unless your parents are very like careful about what they're showing you, and that doesn't like help if it's you're going to friends' houses and you're seeing it over there. Like you can't control every aspect of their life, and it's really hard to have. I don't know, a no conversation about it at all until you're like solidly a teenager, because you're
Yeah.
missing all of that area of opportunity to give kids a good awareness of what it's like to be a kid or an adult.
Exactly. I lost my virginity when I was 13. And I was fortunate that I knew what condoms were. And I knew that I should use one. I had no idea how to actually have sex. And it was terrible. And I didn't have sex again for many, many years because it was just a really not a bad experience, just like a lackluster, oh, is that what all the fuss is about? That was lame kind of experience. And then I got dumped shortly after as well. I was like, oh, great. But yeah, I had one sexual encounter when I was 13. And like, if I didn't know what condoms were, I could have got pregnant.
At 13.
At 13.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, the chances are slim, but like, I could have done. People do. Kids do.
Biologically speaking, it is
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, and from the female friends that I've had that I know were doing that young, a lot of them had the same kind of sentiment. Like, this is what sex is. Why would I want this? Like,
Right.
yeah, when you're having it with no knowledge of what's supposed to be going on in the first place,
like a
it's
13,
gonna
14,
suck.
15-year-old boy who also doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
like this comment here by Passion Flower Percussion. You need the talk before menstruation and before puberty.
Yes.
That's really when it needs to come, is before the kiddo hits puberty. Is that? I think.
Some girls are having puberty before 9.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's
It's
scary.
getting younger and younger each year.
Yeah.
So even though we don't necessarily feel comfortable talking to lots of kids about it until after that,
Yeah, you're
as
right.
soon as girls are able to menstruate and like have
It's
that
time.
happen to them,
Time for at least part
It's
of the talk.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause, yeah, I
and you
know-
can do it age appropriately without going all in. Like that's
Yeah, you don't need to sit
okay.
down and make them watch a
'Cause, I mean,
porno or something.
Oh God, yeah, right. Because like 10 or 11 is very common now for young girls these days to
Mm-hmm.
start their period to start having
Yeah.
their cycle. Around 10 or 11 is perfectly normal.
I think
now.
I got the periods talk when I was like probably about 10, 9, 10, something like that, which was very helpful to know. But also, again, it was like that was the only time I had it, so it might have been nice to have a refresher a little bit later, because there was some stuff that I was like, I don't know if I misunderstood or it was
Would you
kind
like a refresher tonight?
it wasn't really explained very well because it was appropriate for a 9-year-old to hear. So it was like the dumbed down version. But with periods, as long as you know it's going to happen and you know it's not scary and you know kind of vaguely what it means, you can figure
Excuse
the rest
me, it
out.
is scary.
Still
It's
terrifying,
fucking
yeah.
awful.
Right, still
No, I mean like
terrifying.
the you know to expect it.
You know to expect that you
It's
may
not
wake
like,
up with
oh
some blood
shit,
in your
I'm
sheets.
bleeding.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
It's like,
right.
oh, that's my period. There's a word for it. It happens.
There's
I
a
was
reason this
expecting
is
it.
happening.
I mean,
yeah,
in that way of like,
still
it's not
traumatic, but
traumatic,
it's like
but not
at least
unknown.
you knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it
The
would
least
definitely-
traumatic way to have a traumatic experience.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, just to be forewarned. Yeah,
It would
sure.
definitely be nice to have regular, age-appropriate refreshers on these things for children. So at like 9, you get the 9-year-old version of the talk. At 10, you get the 10-year-old version of the talk. At 14, you get the 14-year-old version of the talk.
Which is still relative to the individual's maturity level, of course.
Right,
so.
but still just to kind of like maybe add in a lot more info. And like we were never taught about what they split the class into girls went into one room, boys went into another. I obviously got the girls talk about periods. I don't know what talk the boys got. I still wonder to this day. I'm like, what are they telling them? What went on in that room? I want to know. And that's something that's important for boys to know about girls stuff and girls to know about boys stuff. Because I think having the genders split like that creates a little bit of disconnect and a lack of empathy with the other gender sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, you as a teenager, the boys are like, ew, so-and-so's got her period. Gross.
Right. I remember.
And it's like, what?
Yeah,
Actually, every girl in this class is
Literally,
getting a period later.
your mother gets her period,
like,
motherfucker.
your sister, everyone.
I remember feeling really bad for a girl that I rode the bus with her. And she was wearing some shoes. They were cool shoes. They were homemade. Not the shoes themselves. They were home decorated, right?
Oh,
they had
right.
painted some designs on the shoes.
Nice.
And there was like some splotches of red paint on there, right? And some motherfuckers were giving her a hard time about, is your pad leaking? Or because she had like red drips, red splotches on her shoes.
Gross.
Yeah, I felt bad for that kid. I was like, God damn, guys.
Yeah. The kids can be mean, and kids will be
Fucking
mean
kids,
about
right?
everything.
Yeah.
But I think if we took away the mystery and the kind of the fear of our human bodies and what they do, it wouldn't be so much of a point of attack.
Yeah.
If every boy knew about periods and it wasn't like a gross thing,
Right.
and every girl knew about it and it wasn't some gross thing that they should be ashamed of or somehow teased about. It would just be nice to live in a nicer world.
Yeah, it may be TMI, but like,
I'm sorry, Miranda.
What did you say?
Yes. Fucking yes, Miranda. Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah, I know, baby girl, I know. Some
Straight up
guys are just
awful.
fucking retarded. I know.
Yeah.
I
There's a
can't
great,
do nothing about them. I'm sorry.
There's a great thing I think I read it on Reddit or somewhere, but there was some
You read
kid.
it on Reddit?
There was some kid, not kid, like adult male,
Right.
who was grossed
Oh, you
out
told
by
me about this,
his
yeah.
girlfriend or his female friend, or whoever she was, some girl who was getting her period, and I think her tampon leaked or something like that, or she had to like go to the bathroom in a hurry or something, and he was like bitching and moaning, like, why are girls so lazy with this? Why don't they just like hold it until they go to the bathroom later? Why do they feel the need to just like let their period out and like get it all
You
over
dipshit.
themselves? And I'm like, what the
I know,
fuck is
right?
wrong with you? Like, who raised you?
Yeah. Another fucking idiot.
I just want to say real quick, any man who's not willing to buy tampons and pads without being ashamed
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
is a fucking moron.
Yeah.
but same
Right.
thing though goes for women. That it's hard not to feel like you should hide your tampon box or
It's
your pad
personal.
like
If nothing
container
else, it's personal,
in your
yeah.
thing. But it shouldn't matter. Like there's so
Right.
much shame around bodies and sexuality and everything in like specifically the US. But you should be able to like have these things that are normal bodily functions and normal, like, what everyone's going through,
Absolutely.
not have the shame attached to it. And that's what really sucks.
Yeah.
Psylocke, I would like to
I see
applaud you,
that,
sir.
Yeah.
I was about to say something. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
Coupons.
I swear to God, that was me clapping.
Oh.
What kind of clapping?
We can't hear you for some reason. Discord, because we have you guys patched in on Discord. Discord has like a sound compressor thing.
Yeah.
I remember one time when Rex, you and I were on a feedback loop,
Oh, yeah, right.
and I couldn't hear the thunder that was happening. You had a big storm coming
Yeah,
over,
right,
but everyone
right.
on the chat in
It's like,
on the
holy
stream
shit,
could
it's
hear it.
storming there. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't hear you clapping, so I don't know if that came through on the stream or
Yeah.
not. But yeah, fucking kudos to
I can
Zion.
attest. He was clapping.
Oh, now I understand why. Yeah. Now I get the joke.
Jameson Juicebox says, they showed us boys a slideshow with bees and chickens. Ask us if we had any questions. The birds and the bees.
Oh my god! Why chickens specifically?
Oh, hey, we can turn off noise suppression. Oh, that's right. I did see some settings in there for that. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, chickens are such an odd choice because they're like completely opposite from how our bodies work.
And also not the epitome of birds, honestly,
Yeah,
because they
right.
don't fucking
is it
fly.
even a
Yeah.
bird? Yeah. I mean, it's technically
It's a
poultry, I
cock.
guess, but is it even a bird?
Like if you're gonna think of a bird that represents birds,
right.
what would it be? Like
fucking
a
condor or something.
peregrine falcon,
yeah, that's
or
what
even
I'm
like
talking
a
about, yeah.
just a sparrow or something that's just like
The noble
nimble and
chicken.
light.
The noble and horny chicken.
Why do they call it the birds and the bees? Because I mean that's a good question.
Because they're dumb.
Because
Because they're ashamed.
but you don't see either of those animals fucking ever.
So,
Like, you
so
might
Claire,
see,
I
you might see
think
like dogs.
You're not on the right websites.
Google time.
no. I think it has to do with fertilization because both birds and bees are like pollinators of flowers.
Yeah, right. And birds, of
So
course.
if you look at
eggs
it
and
versus
being
like a
symbol for
flower
fertility,
standpoint.
So, but you learn nothing
What the
from that because they're not like humans.
Exactly.
I like PFPs.
like too
What
much
the
of-
cluck?
Too much of a euphemism.
What?
It's like, I know, right? Humans don't lay eggs. Oh,
Human females contain eggs. Does that count?
I mean, yeah. Did you know that
Yes.
that the all of the eggs
Say it,
that
Claire.
a woman will produce throughout her lifetime, she is born with those
Yep.
eggs already in existence
Oh,
within
wow.
her.
Hell
So
yeah.
technically,
Okay.
my mom gave birth to my son,
Oh, wow.
or at least half
Wait,
of him,
what?
because when she gave birth
Yeah,
to
for
me,
half of them.
the eggs that the egg that would eventually go on to become
Oh,
my
we're already
son
in you.
were already in me,
Oh, wow.
which is just fucking nuts.
That's
Amazing.
fucking trippy. Yeah, that's trippy as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Pollinating
Explains
explains
the
climax. Psylocke.
Not just porn.
All
So
right,
I
do you guys want the birds and the bees thing?
Sure. Did you Google something? What have you got?
Of course I did.
It's his best
You'll be a
friend.
woman soon.
So the
You think
story
that's a joke.
typically involves bees pollinating flowers, symbolizing male fertilization, and the birds laying eggs, which equates to, female ovulation. Apparently, there is another telling of the story where a baby is created when a bee stings a bird.
Wait,
That's
what?
stupid. That's stupid.
Oh,
Right?
so when the bee
Yep.
sticks its stinger in the bird, huh?
The bird that lays the eggs.
Oh, so
But we're not going to talk about how
cross-species
when the bee,
pollination, huh?
I mean,
comes
I guess,
out of the bird, it dies
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it pulls out its organs out with the stinger.
Yeah, I mean, let's make it biologically accurate, with all the horror
Right, like
of biology in
Miranda.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, what did Miranda think? What did I
Yeah, I
say?
love it. Yeah. But you're not going to procreate your species if you keep pollinating other body parts. Pollinate the whole flower, baby. Woo! Yeah.
Cap says a bee stinging a bird does not sound like pleasure. Maybe that's the point.
I mean, maybe they like a little pain.
On your
though.
kink.
But
I
I imagine maybe it's supposed to like it's enough of a euphemism that kids can get it and remember it, but not know what it means until they're married and of an appropriate
Sticking
age.
their stinger in
And
something.
then, yeah, maybe it's like if the girls, because girls tend to mature sooner than boys, so maybe girls get it sooner and they're like, yeah, but it doesn't sound like fun, so I'm not going to do that.
Wait a minute, Zylock, how did you learn everything you know about sex from a praying mantis?
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
it's just
I didn't know about this.
fucking tear your head off and devour your head. I mean,
Are they like black
Oh,
widows?
boy.
They'll eat the. Oh yeah, they
yes,
do. They eat
you're-
the mate.
Yeah, you're,
And the females are like 5 times the size of the males, right? In praying
I'm not sure if
mantises.
it is in praying mantises. In Black
It
Widows,
is.
I
Yeah,
believe
they're
it is.
fucking
Yeah.
huge. And then the
Yeah,
boys are
eating
like,
your mate.
hi.
Now, eating your mate literally or figuratively?
So we mentioned porn. I do want to go back to porn.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really.
Oh,
we
you
didn't
want to
really-
go back to doing porn?
Hey, I wanted to talk about how pornography is used as sex education for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
how over the last, really, porn has been around for a while, but like over the last, I don't know, decade, and I'm being very vague because, like I said, I don't really watch porn, but I've seen enough that, and I'm not a prude. Like, I don't mind if you want to watch porn, fucking have at it. Like, I know it's a very cool thing, and like it whatever gets you off. I personally I kind of find it a bit of a turn-off sometimes. But a lot of modern porn mainstream porn has developed certain things that have come from more of like a kink or a BDSM kind of world. What is that emoji you just put in there? What is that?
It's just a harmless little cucumber.
It's a cucumber fucking hell. But I feel like porn is, and not to get all like prudish or whatever, but porn is like giving the wrong impression to young people about what sex is. Mainstream sex, like loving sex, or you're in a relationship sex. There's a lot of like rough play, slapping, choking. This thing with slapping boobies, I'm like, what the who the fuck wants to slap a boobie? Like, why would you do that? I don't get it. But I feel like it's become like the last 10 or 15 years, maybe with the advent of the internet and like being really like a popular like Pornhub and things like that. Like, I just feel like it's the worst parts of sex to include for a mainstream audience.
Yeah.
To educate an impressionable generation. The worst parts have gotten through to become part of mainstream porn. So much
The
spitting.
human
says Miranda.
woman is not included.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of just kind of stuff that is fine for kink and consensual kink play or BDSM or whatever, but for just regular sex, mainstream sex, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but just for an entire generation of young people who are maybe getting their information about healthy sex from pornography, that's not an impression of healthy sex.
Yeah. Yeah, because any kind of like rough sex or whatever counts as kink to me. You're either into it or you're not,
Yeah, and it shouldn't be the go-to. That shouldn't be
that shouldn't be the default.
It's
Yeah,
like that's
right.
something that you.
Something
if you're into
specific, yeah.
If you're into kink, and as you can see, we have a few items pertaining to kink in the whiskey cam there, but if you're into kink, that's totally fucking fine. But you tend to find a partner who's also into it, and you have a fucking conversation about it.
Right.
But 2 16-year-olds who are going to go,
oh, am I supposed to slap
like,
her? Am I supposed to spit on her?
Choke her and spit on her and call her a fucking whore or whatever? It's
Give
like,
her a fucking
ew.
aneurysm because I choked her too hard and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Yeah.
It's just, it's dangerous at worst, or illegal sometimes if you, because there's so
Absolutely,
much
it can
like
be.
rape play porn.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's fine if you're into that, but I don't buy that everyone is into that. So having it be part of mainstream porn is worrying, I think.
Yeah, and Miranda Saturn, that's a good point. What is missing in a lot of those types of like mainstream porn that has rough sex in it, and stuff that I say would be kink really, they're not having the conversation about consent and limits and stuff. They're not showing
Safe
that.
words
They're not
or-
showing that necessary part of the process where you discuss what your limits are, what your likes and dislikes are, what you consent to, what you do not consent to. I'm sorry. I'm a little hardcore about this stuff. It's something I take seriously. I'm sitting here kind of like hitting the desk every time.
Calm down.
Like, okay, calm down, dude. But yeah, it's like, they're not showing that necessary conversation about consent and limits and stuff.
And they're making it sexy to be overly dominating, aggressive, violent, to ignore consent a lot of the time is included in, and I'm talking
Yeah.
in mainstream porn.
Kate-
Mainstream.
Kate has a great fucking point here that
Yes.
consent is one of the main things that's not taught enough in sex education, is how important consent is. Because, I mean, if your partner consents to whatever your sickest fucking fantasies are, well, you've got consent. You're both about to have a great time.
Right.
But if you're trying to do things without the express consent of your partner, it's,
Oh God.
I don't know. Anyway.
Miranda Satin. Oh my God. Sorry, that
Oh,
hit so
God
close.
damn it.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure every woman watching this
believe
is
the
like,
ladies,
oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
the ladies can relate. I hate to admit that, but I'm sure the ladies can relate.
The difference
I get
between
it.
consent
Oh,
and
it's not
wearing
just the
someone
ladies,
down.
Rex.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Men need to
I
fucking
actually-
learn that shit.
I
Right.
was
Yeah.
actually sexually
Well-
assaulted by a woman one time.
Yeah,
she
and
grabbed
to
my
know that
junk
it can
and,
happen
like,
to men too.
Yeah, and, like,
Yeah.
I had made it clear. Look, I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And yeah, she got me cornered and
It's
grabbed my junk.
100%.
You know? I was like,
It's
what am I supposed to do,
100% not
kick her
just like a
ass?
woman problem.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, but that idea of like wearing someone down until they relent is not the same thing as consent.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Agreed.
Enthusiastic consent.
Enthusiastic,
is the key
sober
right there.
consent as
Oh,
well.
God,
That's
yeah.
important.
Right,
And I mean,
right.
you can be a little tipsy or whatever. Like right now, I've had a glass of whiskey, and it's like I don't feel impaired in any way.
Yeah.
And there is that. There's
You're
that
not-
blurred line of like
Never mind.
if you're a little tipsy and you'd maybe say yes to doing something that you wouldn't normally say yes to, like oh fuck yeah, let's go
right. You
skydiving.
Slightly
Yeah,
lowered inhibitions.
lowered
You may say
inhibitions.
yes to something you wouldn't normally say yes to. Real quick, let me say hello to Alex G. Hey,
Hey.
Alex. What's up, buddy? Alex wants to say, Rex, I love your videos, especially Days Gone ones. Keep up the good work, mate.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, this is a little bit different than what I normally do.
This
on
is our
the
like
Spawn
Just a little.
podcast themes, podcast style, kind of chat. You know,
Yeah,
informal. Come
a
hang
little
out.
different than what we normally do, but this is actually what we normally do.
Right. And yes, the Jameson Juice Box says everyone should realize that consent can be
Yes.
removed or revoked
Mid fucking
intercourse.
intercourse if necessary.
At
Yeah,
any
that's where
point.
safe words come in.
Yeah. At any point, if you want to stop, you should be allowed to stop.
Yeah.
And your request to stop should be respected.
And taken seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
even
And
like,
blue
I mean,
balls
this-
ain't a thing, my friends.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry?
God, blue balls is fucking lies. Blue balls do not
What are we talking-
exist. Don't fall for it, ladies.
blue balls.
Well, I mean, okay.
No.
No,
As a
you may feel a little troubled, but you gonna be okay.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
the
you'll
idea
live,
of
yeah.
oh, but it
Yeah,
hurts.
go take
oh,
a
but I'll
cold
be
shower,
damaged.
go whack it or something. You'll be all right.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Irreparable damage
Like,
if I
shut
don't
the fuck up.
ejaculate
You're gonna
tonight.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go home, whack it off. You'll be fine.
Right.
Feel a little uncomfortable for a little bit, but you're gonna be okay. I'm uncomfortable like every day of my life. You're gonna make it.
Can you imagine if biologically, like evolutionarily speaking, if blue balls was a real thing? Like if there was irreparable damage from becoming aroused and then not coming.
Yeah.
Like
That would
Yeah.
be different. Yeah.
the human race wouldn't fucking exist. Like if dudes went sterile because one time they
Yeah,
got
right.
turned down at the bar
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
the
yeah.
human race would just die out.
Smurfs have blue balls.
Yeah, but Smurfs aren't real, Passion Flower. It's a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Since when?
Blue balls is actually when a cord wraps around the testes and it requires
Oh.
medical attention. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
if you have
Yes.
literal blue balls, go
which
to a
is
doctor.
testicular torsion, and yeah, it's
Oh.
a serious condition. Guys, take it seriously.
Yeah, that's
actually
no
go to a doctor
good.
for that.
And it's a serious condition that does not come from you being
It
denied
does not
the
come
joy of
from
an
being
orgasm.
denied sex. Yeah, it does not come from being denied sex at all. My Smurf
It's the
itches.
double
Well, okay, so a buddy of mine did have we played this really weird fucking role playing game back in the day, like Dungeons and Dragons, but you know,
Hang on, wait.
yeah,
what?
not that kind of role playing game, dear. Dungeons and Dragons type role playing game. But you could create your own characters, basically anything you could think of. And one of my buddies had a character, Jerky Smurf. He was 2 apples high and 3 apples long.
Oh my word!
That's a great visual, though.
How does he
Sorry.
run?
Sorry, I had
Yeah,
to share that with y'all.
third extra leg.
Is he in a wheelchair? Like,
He just uses a wheelbarrow. He just pushes a wheelbarrow in front of him wherever he goes.
Man, I wish my junk was so big I had to use a wheelbarrow to carry it around.
Oh no, I imagine that
talk
would,
about
that would be
throwing it
awful.
over
That
your
would
shoulder.
be tiresome, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And who are you gonna fuck?
Yeah.
With
Claire
a
would
dick
be
that
like,
big.
I don't know what you're doing with that. Go get yourself a horse, motherfucker.
Fuck a whale.
That was my ex.
That whale would be like, absolutely not get away from me.
Oh shit! You went there.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god.
All
right. Let's talk.
Anyway,
Let's talk about fun stuff. Let's talk about.
Igor says, yeah, that Smurf had a heavy mace.
Oh dear. Spornicus, where men are men
What?
and whales are nervous.
Hey,
Oh my
man,
God.
whales need love too, right?
Okay, let's talk about the 2022 year in review from Pornhub
Yeah.
and
yeah.
the most searched
Oh,
terms
fuck. Hang on. I'm going to pull this one up.
of 2022. So this
Yeah,
is the
Here we go.
if you
Uh-huh.
Google,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it was
yeah.
just, okay, you got it. Yeah, so this is the most searched for terms on Pornhub last year. The top one. Do you want to take any guesses? Let's take a guess. What's the top search term? Any guesses? What do you guys think?
Ass.
Guy's so simple. Such a simple guy.
Ass,
Angie?
ass.
What do you think it is?
Ass. Angie's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. What does the chat think? Thomas Shake says teen. Zylox says I already know a bit of the list.
I
Bear
helped
trap
compile this
porn.
list.
Washing machine, bear trap porn.
Oh, God.
Pornhub reveals most popular 2022 searches. Texas, you should be ashamed.
So the
Oh,
number
God.
one search term.
Can we show this? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah,
show
this?
this?
Is just,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is just
yeah,
an
it'll be all right.
article.
Plus, keep in mind, this video, this live stream has monetization has been turned off, so
Close
it's
the
not a
ad,
problem.
please.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? That's it?
Okay, here we go. So here are the most searched terms of 2022 in the United States. This is U.S. only. The number one most searched term is lesbian. The number two term is hentai. Ebony, Latina, Asian, threesome, stepmom, big ass, BBC. Y'all probably know what that one means. If not, just Google it. Cream pie, Japanese, which is interesting that that's separate from Asian. Anal, black, and big dick.
Wait,
I'm
are
assuming
we?
that's dick.
Yeah, how do we know one's not big dick and one's not big
I think
ass?
this looks
Oh,
like
no.
three characters. This
That might
looks-
be tits or something
yeah,
like that.
one of these is probably tits and one is
Because
probably
I imagine
ass.
this is more. They're not going to be
Right,
looking
right,
at big dick. I imagine this is probably majority male.
Mostly
searches.
males searching these.
Straight
yeah.
male search.
Right.
But I don't know. One could be big dick, and it could be I don't
mean,
know. If Pornhub does a lot.
I
of
was
gay
going to
sex.
say, I can't imagine they're blacking out ass.
Yeah, right.
So-
Captain Caffeine is asking the right question. Why would they have a British TV network? A British TV network on that list? BBC?
Oh my God.
What?
British Broadcasting
Oh my
Company.
God.
British Broadcasting Company? What?
Yeah. If you scroll down, there is the. Well, actually, hang on.
wait,
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. So
Uh-huh.
hang on. Before I have a screenshot of it.
Oh, God damn it.
So it has the top relative searches per state. So each state is the top search in that state. So for example,
no.
California, the top search was Asian. Where?
Oh, God. Yeah, where is that at? I'll
so,
find it.
No, hang on.
Okay, all right. I'm waiting.
We'll get to it. I just want to. What is it? Because this is the title of the article. Was Texas should be ashamed?
Yeah.
So what do you all think Texas had for its number one search term on Pornhub?
That we should be ashamed of.
That we should be ashamed.
That Texans should be ashamed
ashamed
of,
of.
Which I was living
I don't
in
wanna
Texas
get
in
canceled for
2022,
this.
So, I mean...
And Joe and Angie, you're in what state?
Wisconsin.
Now-
we're about to know what Wisconsin searches for porn.
Is that
Oh,
that
dear.
the I'm
Probably
getting
cheese
it?
curds.
It's
Cap,
cheese!
it's not sheep. Cap, it's not sheep, sir. I'm offended. I've never fucked a sheep.
Silex says goat. Have you fucked a goat?
God damn it. No, just whale.
Miranda Satin, that's what I would guess. Something with guns. Okay, so hang on. Wisconsin is the state that is to the right of Minnesota, right? You share a border with Minnesota.
Yeah.
Are they not the same place?
I just don't want to get mixed
Sorry,
up.
I'm
I know
sorry.
Michigan.
I'm
Michigan and Wisconsin, I get them mixed up on a map. So I wanted to make sure I got the right one.
Right.
Oh,
We won't
you
be-
guys.
And you're a terrible person for it.
Oh my God.
You dirty little things, you.
The Wisconsin one is pretty fucking hardcore. It beats out California's
80.
Asian, which is really tame. Yeah, you get down and dirty in Wisconsin.
Oh my, hang on.
All right, let's scroll
I
down.
told you.
Let's show it.
Okay, we're back on the whiskey cam real quick, and I'm going to scroll down to see the thing that she's wanting to tell us about, and it's
There it is.
right here.
There it is.
Ta-da! Okay, let's go back over to the desktop. Here we go.
Thank you, Miranda.
It has been revealed. Now you know what people.
Okay.
If you're from here in the States, now you know what other people in your state have been searching on Pornhub.
And also maybe what you've been searching.
And I think
There's a good chance.
Is this talking about
Right?
barbecue? Is it talking about barbecue?
I love Colorado.
Because I love a good steak
I
rub.
love Colorado. Goth. Goth.
Yeah,
It's the number one
golf
search.
is the
And
porn
fucking
search.
Utah has Mormon.
I was gonna say, does Utah even surprise us?
I'm
Well, it
interested in
surprises me
this
that
one
they're
personally,
searching
and I
for-
love the shape of the state too.
Oh, your mouse. I don't think your mouse shows up on
Florida.
the
Oh,
on the
okay,
screen.
yeah,
We're
that's
looking
right.
at is that
strap on?
is that
I don't
Tennessee,
know what state
Kentucky?
this is. Yeah.
the one that says strap
I
on?
was gonna see if I could zoom in.
That's Tennessee.
That's Tennessee. Yeah, and then of course Texas
Strap-on's
has
definitely Tennessee.
panties.
I'm sorry,
Stop
guys.
scrolling.
I know it's being weird. I'm trying to get.
I'm
fucking
sorry.
ads out of the way. There we go.
Can we just go ahead and shame Indiana?
Which one's Indiana? What are they looking at?
Furry.
Furry.
Oh,
Well, why would we shame them?
hang on. What's
Some people are into
PMV?
that.
What is
PMV? PNV?
M?
I actually don't know.
PMV.
What state is that?
I
Where is
don't
that?
know what that
That's
is either.
Ohio. No,
That's
not
Ohio.
Is that Ohio?
PMV.
Yeah, it's Ohio.
What's the one to the right of Ohio?
Huh.
Oh, Pennsylvania. That's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Harry. I don't know what. Harry.
Oh, that's
Pussy?
hairy pussy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's hairy
ew.
pussy. Yeah.
I'm really
PNV.
interested
What
why
the fuck is
New York
PNV?
wants a bunch of Dominicans.
Wait, what?
I don't know, man.
That's weird.
I mean, I do find it interesting, though. This is one of those things. What the main purpose of what we're talking about here, the reason we're talking about this is because of different cultural perceptions and the way that different cultures perceive porn and how porn affects culture. And I think it's interesting that all these different places are looking at one certain thing. But one thing that I find fascinating about porn is that we go back. Let me go back up a little ways. Check this out. I actually wanted to show you all this. I thought this was really interesting myself.
Oh, if you press
Miranda,
Control
are you
0,
serious?
it will
Is it
reset
actually porn music video?
Okay.
Is
so,
that a thing?
So check this out. This is what trips me out. You have ebony. Well, that's black folk. You have Latina, Asian, Japanese. I think it's interesting that in porn, that's really the only time that it's okay to classify people by their race or their gender or their sexual orientation, things like that. Because for porn specifically, it's like, no, I have this fetish. I want to see black women. Or
And
I
it's
have
not
this
even a
fetish. I want to see
fetish.
Asian women.
I mean,
you
some
know.
of it may be.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it may be a fetish, or it may be if you are black, you don't want to necessarily see
That's
white
also
folks
very true.
fucking.
Yeah, sure.
You might
sure,
want to
yeah.
see black porn.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
look
think
at
that's
that.
necessarily skewed that way. I think it is fetishizing a race.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
More times than not.
Yeah,
But
especially when it's specifically in
interesting-
porn.
It's interesting that the South has a lot
Wait a
of
minute.
black. Look, what is that? Like
A lot of
Louisiana,
traditionally
Black,
very
black,
black.
racist.
Yeah, that's
states.
Louisiana, Alabama, and
Mississippi? Mississippi is the BBW. What is BBW? Big black women?
Big,
Big-
beautiful women.
Oh, okay.
Large women.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So what's above Louisiana? If that's Louisiana, that's Texas.
I'm tripping out on the smoking
Arkansas?
and which
I
one
think
is
it's
it?
Arkansas.
Yeah, smoking over there on the far right center. And what was it? There was another one. I was like, Gilf. Is it like GIF or
What?
GIF? I don't know.
What's
Gilf.
that?
I don't know what
It's
state
Gilf.
that is. Over on the coast. Gilf on the east
Gilf.
coast. Southern
Yep.
Southern,
Grandma.
East Coast.
Girls I'd like to fuck?
Grandmas.
No, grandma.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
What state is that? I don't know where that is.
That's South Carolina.
Is that South Carolina?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
No, that's...
Carolina?
Oh, wait. Yes. No, you're right. That is South Carolina.
Is that it? Okay.
I'm interested in Washington. What the fuck are you
Fleshlight.
looking at fleshlight porn for? Just
Yeah, I
get
mean,
a
just get a fucking
fleshlight.
fleshlight.
Don't look at porn of it. What the fuck?
Oh, I see now. Cap is asking, what the fuck is GILF?
Can we just talk about how Montana is just leather?
Is that what it? Where is
Yeah,
that at?
Montana's up here.
Leather.
And interestingly, North Dakota, which has no black people whatsoever.
Yeah, right. That's probably why, because it's like exotic to them. It seems
And then
exotic.
What South Dakota is what? Fat ass? Is that? And then that's Nebraska is rub. Rub. What is rub?
I mean, how do you even? What is a
Like
porn
back
search
rub?
for rub?
Back rub?
I mean, I still say it's barbecue.
Like on your dick?
No, like yeah. I mean, I guess whacking off with some steak rub on your junk. You know, yeah. Probably tasty.
I
what's
love how
Maryland?
Missouri is just massage.
And pegging. That's
Maryland.
Wait,
Maryland is
ASMR.
ASMR. That's what. Sorry, Unleash the Goof was asking what Maryland is because you can't zoom in on a phone.
Wait a minute, is there ASMR porn?
I mean, ASMR is
Yep.
an erotic thing.
Is it really?
It's a whole conversation. we can have,
Supposedly,
but-
it started as an erotic thing.
right.
Really?
Yeah, which is so gross.
I don't get it.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing.
Well, it's supposedly the birthplace of audio porn.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I'll try it. The audio porn thing you recommended it, Joe.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
take a look
try,
at it. Yeah.
but I'm skeptical. I'm not. I don't.
Just make
like
sure you're looking for,
sounds of-
male talking, not female talking.
Right. Well, I mean,
actually, I don't know what you're into, so.
I'd be open to either.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
I'd be open to either.
I mean,
so.
if she's got a sexy voice, well,
I'm just going to say most of the females are, specifically talking to men, so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's kind of like phone sex but recorded.
It's contextual.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, I'll say that much.
Okay, let's get it off of here. Let's go back
let's
to
get
the
it off.
whiskey can.
Let
All right,
me
what else
let me
have we
bring
got?
up. So we have another list. This
That-
is the top sexual kinks according to a survey done by Metro, which is a
yeah,
UK newspaper.
Right.
They have the women's top 10 and the men's top 10. Do you want to bring this up
Yeah.
on screen? Because this is kinks.
I
This is
have
sexual
something
kinks.
to say about this one, but we'll get there in a moment.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Tell me exactly what to search.
Just search for top kinks, and it will. You're looking for metro.co.uk as the website. The problem is there's a lot of
Yeah.
the Kinks music. There it is.
This is it. I found it. Yeah.
So this is from 2021, so it's a couple of years old.
Fairly
but
current. Yeah.
year and a half.
There we go. It's on screen.
Cap says, I actually read an article about earwax removal in Vietnam, and people go to salons to do that, and it feels good. Huh. Silex says, if a girl wants to fill my ear canal with a sick neurofunk mix, I'm in. All right, so top sexual kinks, according to the survey of, I think it's like 2,000 people, number one for women is sex outdoors. Number one for men
I agree.
is DIY porn.
Porn of like
I don't
power
agree.
tools and stuff.
No, like amateur porn, like filming each other, like you
making your
own porn.
Okay, I
do
see.
it yourself porn.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Or just a girl masturbating at that point.
Wait,
Right.
what?
And then number two for women. Oh, let's just do it for women. Blindfolded sex, body piercings, which is that a kink? I mean, I guess,
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
I guess so.
role play, dressing up in sexy costumes, filming each other having sex, domination and submission, food play, spanking and whips, and tying up. And then for men, DIY porn, role play specifically with uniforms, bondage, spanking and whips, sex outdoors, threesomes, which doesn't appear on the women's top 10, which is kind of like
that is interesting.
statistically you're unlikely to have that fantasy fulfilled if women don't even place it in their top 10. Rubber and latex and leather, domination and submission, which is number 7 on both.
Yeah.
Body piercings, which appears on both. Food play again, and blindfolded sex. Interesting.
Yeah. Blindfolded sex. So I do think it's interesting. Well, forgot what I was going to say. I had one in there. Body piercings is present on both. That's interesting. Food play is present on both. That's interesting.
I like how Cap and Xyloc both made the same joke, which is my immediate thought upon seeing DIY porn. It's like, going to Home Depot? You doing some carpentry?
Well, I mean,
like,
they do sell chain and fasteners and things like
rope
that.
and-
They do sell rope, and yeah, they do. They sell zip ties and all kinds of fun stuff, don't they?
but that falls under
I love
domination,
that
submission,
men specifically
and... Sorry, go ahead,
hear
John.
DIY porn and just think, like, construction?
Yeah, right.
Like
I thought
building
that
a
too. That
cabinet?
was my first thought. Was like, what, with power tools? Rex actually stole my joke.
Yeah. Woo, power tools, goddamn. I mean, I guess
That's
you could,
right.
you could put a dildo on the end of a drill or something.
Oh,
you know?
no. I've seen that before.
No. Claire, that's a thing.
Oh, no, I've
that's
seen it.
yeah.
That's the
It's
kind of porn that I
scary,
actually
but
don't
it's
mind
fun.
watching, but this is a little too
What?
extreme for me.
Oh God. Okay.
I do find it interesting though that like tying up or bondage isn't kind of included with dom sub
Right.
Yeah,
category.
right. Yeah.
Which I
because
guess...
like that's such playing on that dynamic. Just in
Right.
maybe a lesser way or whatever, but it's still part of that.
Yeah, no. And I
Yeah,
guess it's like
but-
maybe this is a survey of 2,000 people. Maybe they've said, oh, I'm specifically into like spanking and whips or
Yeah.
tying up. And then others have said domination and submission, which is, it's generally incorporated, but it's not always exactly the same thing because
Yeah.
with
It's like
dom
Family
sub, like,
Feud.
You can have
Yes.
domination, submission. You can have power exchange. You can have all of that without having bondage.
Yeah, it doesn't
because
have to
there's
Yeah.
be
also-
I was gonna say,
There's
Claire, you
also
said this
physical
was
submission.
from the UK, right?
Right. This is a
That's
UK
fair.
list.
Okay, so maybe they're just, much more well informed than us Americans are because
Do you
they
wanna
talk about
go
it.
back to Whiskey Cam and
Yeah.
see if we can find one because this was just one of the first ones that came up
Yeah.
when we were doing the search. Maybe we can find one that is for
For the
US.
US.
So if you search like top kinks, US top kinks list maybe because it keeps coming up with the kinks songs. It's like no. Oh, here we go. That's during
Damn.
COVID.
hmm
And then there's so much of it is like kinks you should know, the A to Z guide of kinks, and things. Top 25 kinks you might want to try.
It's like,
here,
dude, I
here.
already studied for this test.
This
Calm
is-
down.
This is the one we're going to look at.
These are
Vice.
the all right. These are the top 5 kinks in the U.S.
So this is according to Vice.com, which is
Here we go. It's
pretty
on
good.
screen.
Pretty good source.
From Vice.com. That sounds very appropriate.
So
Number
one,
one.
group sex.
Group sex. Okay.
Sounds like America.
BDSM, and
Also
then
sounds like America.
novelty and adventure.
Ooh.
Wait, what is?
Huh?
Let's linger on this for a second.
I like the unique settings. An airplane, the beach.
But I guess that's kind of like on the
Yeah.
other list we saw sex
Yeah.
outdoors. It's like sex in
Yeah.
unusual
yeah.
places where you might get caught, or
Yeah.
it's a little risque.
Uh-huh.
We looked at this one when Claire and
I'm
I were
sorry.
researching for this episode. We looked at this. We actually came across this one earlier.
Sex or mountain climbing, says Psylocke.
I think this is interesting for me. You have group sex, BDSM, and you have novelty and adventure, and you have taboo sex, which is voyeurism, fetish, things like fetishes, exhibitionism. Basically, these just list every kink that exists.
They're
all
very
5 of these.
broad.
Yeah, all 5 of these could contain every single kink that. I mean, you got your BDSM.
Do it
That's
with
pretty
you.
fucking broad
Not there about it.
category there.
Right.
Taboo sex, that's pretty
I mean, taboo
broad
sex is
category.
probably the most, because a
Yeah.
kink is
Literally
taboo
something
sex.
that would be taboo. That's why it's considered
generally,
kinky, yeah.
generally what that means.
Yeah, so this one's
Again, this
really
is a very U.S. list.
yeah. It's literally just a here is a list of 5 kinks that exist. You know?
Right. And I guess it's a hard
We're
thing to
we're
compile.
uncomfortable, so we're gonna make you uncomfortable too.
Yeah,
I'm just going to throw out there real quick that I cannot think about sex on the beach without thinking
Ooh.
about a joke. that I
hate
heard
sand.
from Jimmy Carr.
I hate
Jimmy
sand.
Carr?
Yes.
It's rough and coarse and gets
The-
everywhere.
Yes, but he has a joke about a sex position called the screeching seagull, which is supposedly when you're having sex on the beach and you swing your dick out,
Wait, what?
put it in the sand, and put it back in her. And the sound she makes is a screeching seagull.
No.
But Jimmy Carr hails from your land, Claire, so that's on you.
That sounds like a phenomenally bad idea.
I mean,
I mean,
ouch.
I'm all
Ouch
about
for all involved.
Hang on now. I'm all about me some dirty pussy, but god damn.
Oh my god. Oh
Yes,
my god.
Zylock.
But Claire,
Oh.
Rex, did you see Passion Flower Percussion's comment?
I did. Yeah, so let's get into this because this is no ordinary
You
candle.
like that one?
And I do want to give a little
They're nice, actually.
I'm like doing the
What?
QVC hands. So here's a little
This
selection.
is an ordinary candle?
No,
Are
Joe,
you sure?
it's in a jug.
Yeah.
Think about it.
No.
Think about it for a minute.
That's not just a glass vase. Are you sure?
It's a pitcher with a pour spout.
Hey.
Why has that
no.
candle got a pour spout on it?
So can I tell a little story about when Rex and I first started talking?
Shit, here we go.
I kind of scared Rex a little bit, and I'm not going to get TMI or anything, but I kind of we were doing a
That's
long
what this
distance
is all about.
relationship. Sorry, what was that, Angie?
That's what this is all about.
Right, we were doing a long
way
distance
too much.
long distance relationship, and the conversation comes up as it would in any relationship of like, so kind of like in the bedroom, what are you into? And I'm into like some kink, a little bit. And I was describing to Rex some of the things that I'm into, and he was just like, didn't get it at all. He was like, what? Why? Like, I've never heard of such a thing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I had some educating to do. And one of the things that I educated you on is pain play and wax play. So this is actually a candle that is for specifically designed. It burns at a certain temperature that will, when poured on the human body, produces a sensation of heat and pain, but it's not hot enough that will actually burn you. It's like just the right amount of heat. And it comes in this really cool glass jar with a little handle so you can kind of pour it out easily. Doesn't make too much of a mess. But yeah, this is actually a kink candle that we are burning on the whiskey cam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're available on Etsy. Just look up BDSM candle pitcher. You'll find several different ones there. They're actually nice.
We
They're
have
quite
red
nice.
and black and purple.
Yeah.
Angie and Joe have gone quiet. Guys, you still there?
Yes, I'm not sure what the melting temperature, what the melting point is on that, but they are specifically the wax. I believe. Hang on now. Let me. You do not use.
Don't use beeswax.
Yeah, do not use
Do
beeswax.
not
ever.
use beeswax.
Soy candles are the
Why?
best
It
because they
burns
burn
hotter.
hotter.
Do not use a Yankee candle.
Yeah, it's because they burn hotter. Technically, they have a higher melting point, so when that wax touches your skin, it is scalding hot.
Yeah, it's too hot for
So-
fun play.
Right.
Because the whole point of it is that it creates a heat, a sensation of heat and a little bit of pain, but it's not like, ow, that fucking hurts pain. It's just like, kind of sensation. It's kind of like if you've ever had sex and someone like scratches your back with their nails or something. Like there's a way you can do it where you just actually fucking hurt someone, or there's that right amount of pressure where it's like it kind of hurts a little bit, but it sort of feels really fucking good. It's in that sweet spot.
Use paraffin?
Which another reason to not use beeswax candles is the bees didn't consent. I'm sorry, it's dumb. I couldn't help it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
dear.
Lord.
I know it's stupid.
You can use other candles. I've done it many a time with regular candles, but you have to be aware that candles, like we were saying, burn at different temperatures. So sometimes you might get candles that are just a little too hot, and it's not a good sensation.
Which distance matters too. The higher you're holding the candle away, the further the wax has to drip, the
It will
cooler it is
cool.
when it makes
Yeah,
contact.
it will cool in
So-
the air in that, half second it takes from getting from the flame to your skin. It will actually cool down considerably in that
Yeah.
short amount of time.
Juice box, Jameson juice box. Yes, Amazon does have quite a selection of sex candles. I personally recommend Etsy rather. Etsy, a lot of the stuff Amazon, you just never know what you're really getting on stuff like that.
I want to show
Y'all
the design
come in
on
with
this
the
as well,
hot
'cause it's
tips.
super cute.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, check out this. This is actually from a company called Agreeable Agony.
You
I
see
love
that? It has
their.
like the little
I love their
octopus.
little crack. It's a kraken.
Yeah,
I
I'm sorry.
love their little Kraken logo. But anyway, that's
Super cool.
Agreeable Agony is the company
Kinda
we
hard
got
to
those
see on the
from.
camera.
I didn't want to plug any specific sellers on Amazon, but yeah, that one that's I've done business with them several times. They have good stuff.
And then we have a few little. Someone asked earlier. There's these kind of nine tails. Yeah.
Say
So
flogger.
floggers specifically.
I'm just going to go ahead and save us from any litigation before it comes up. If you're going to do this, please keep a cold, wet washcloth nearby, as well as a bucket of room temperature
Oh, yeah, I
water.
mean,
First
you
aid
need a
kit,
bucket of
burn,
water,
a
Joe.
What we do
fire
wanna-
extinguisher.
What we do want to tell people is that you should always be safe, sane,
Yep.
and consensual.
Yes.
Safe, sane, and consensual.
And just this is something to if you're experienced with this, then have a conversation with your partner.
yeah.
Go into this with your eyes open. If you are completely new to this, if you've never done it before,
Communication is key.
yeah, test it out. Test it out outside of sexy time. Just get one of these candles and be like, okay, let's sit down and test it out. See what does it feel like? Is there something I want to take into the bedroom or
Jeremy
wherever?
McGee
Or
coming in
come-
at just
or come
the
to
right
my
moment.
lab.
I'm sorry, what's that, Angie?
Come to my lab. We use wax for almost everything that we do.
No. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh, my.
all right.
Don't forget to have
like the
Neosporin
paraffin
nearby.
wax. That's what we use in the laboratory. So,
Ah,
It's also
okay.
cutting up bodies, guys. So keep that in mind.
so if it works on dead bodies, it might work on you too.
Wait.
Just saying.
What do you do, Angie?
I'm a histotech, so I work in the pathology laboratory. So, getting biopsies and organs and things like that, and cutting them into embedding them in wax, and then cutting them into very, very small sections to put on slides so the pathologist can read them.
Oh shit,
Wild.
that's fucking cool.
But yeah, so we have a lot of that kind of wax in our everyday workflow.
Yeah,
Huh.
my wife is smart, and she married a guy who just wants to do stuff on the internet.
Whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. Do not use bacon grease candles either. Which I
Oh
didn't know
my
that was a
God.
thing.
Oh my
no.
God.
Probably smell
That
fucking
sounds
amazing,
awful.
but
Unless you're looking for third
Yeah.
degree burns.
I
Yes,
want to
Be
eat.
careful.
I want to eat my bacon and fuck my women, not fuck my bacon and. Wait, I do want to eat. Yeah, never mind. I'll eat women too.
Oh my god. So anyway,
Yeah.
what are we talking about now?
How about them Cowboys?
Let's talk about, because this is the Valentine's Day special. Let's talk about Valentine's Day for a minute. Let's
Yeah.
move away from kink and sex and talk about Valentine's Day customs, expectations, traditions. Angie, Joe, what do you guys do for Valentine's Day?
Well, we specifically got married 2 days after Valentine's Day, so we never have to worry about that shit ever again.
That's just not fair, man. That's too smart. It's not fair.
Exactly. That's the point.
I feel
It's
dumb
genius
now,
because now
yeah.
I get all the chocolate on discount. I never have to worry about reservations.
And you're reminded, you have that reminder of like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Got to get the wife something.
Exactly.
And for Angie, got to get
Hell
the hubby
yes.
something.
And for all of my friends who think it's a cop out on my part, fuck you. It was my wife's idea, and she's the one who said we never had to do Valentine's Day again.
She's
so,
the cop out.
fuck you.
So,
We're just-
what do you guys
Fuck you.
do? You guys do nothing for Valentine's
Hey,
Day?
you go out to dinner, stuff like that. What?
You just save it for your
Why
anniversary.
bother? Our anniversary is 2 days later.
We basically take that whole week as an opportunity to do something.
Aw. So depending on what
So then
day
we
the
have
week it
lots
falls
of time.
on or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So there's no we have to do something on this day. We just have a whole week worth of, okay, what do you want? Do we want to try to do something? Okay. Usually Joe cooks us a fancier dinner because
Ooh.
he's the cook in the family, not me.
Very much so.
And then we I don't know. We haven't figured out babysitters and shit yet. That's really hard.
Yeah.
So we haven't, gotten through all of that. But usually, I don't know, we'll sit down and do something together after he goes to bed.
Aw. Now, how long have you guys been married, and how long have you had your kiddo? How much
Married
celebration
since
do you-
2019. Had the kid 9 months after we were married.
Oh, damn.
We've been together since February 12th of 2014. February so 12th. It's pretty much
hang
how
on.
it's been. We
I'm
get
sorry,
to
I
avoid
just cut out.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, hey,
There we go. We're good,
what
we're
are you
good.
doing?
No, I was just going to be in the chat on the PC here, but it gave
Rex
us
just messed
gave us a
up the
double
audio,
feed
but-
for a second there. Sorry, you're good, Joe. I apologize for interrupting you, bud.
So you guys, you got married in 2019, kiddo shortly thereafter. So you've been, for your married life, and certainly as parents in the pandemic, which I speak from the same position of having a kiddo in 2019, late 2019, learning how to find a babysitter and just go out to dinner when you have a young one and things like that. I never got to do that because we didn't fucking
Yeah.
go anywhere. It was living in Los Angeles in the pandemic, it was no, everything's shut. And even if you wanted to go out, but we didn't want to go out. The numbers were terrifying. So it's for 2 years, the idea of going out on a date, with my then partner or anything, even figuring out the babysitting thing, that was not an issue, not going to happen.
Well, I think we got lucky because her mom lives about 5 minutes from us, and my parents are only about half an hour from us. So if we really wanted a night to ourselves, especially when he was a baby, it was pretty easy to do. Now that he's a toddler, it's a little bit harder. But,
Right.
I mean, really at this point, we just need to find a freaking babysitter so that we can have an actual date night for once.
Yeah. Are you going to celebrate your anniversary this Valentine's Day this month? Are you going to go out and do something?
I mean, right now we're trying to do something on the Saturday afterward, hoping to have at least maybe my parents do something. Oh, are we going to do it on Friday? I mean, that's the 17th, so it doesn't really matter. We could do it on the 18th. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't need to plan this right now. But the point is we're trying to find someone to watch him for basically the day so that we can just have an actual day to ourselves. Because at this point we've had I think the longest amount of time we've had together without him, when he's not with us, has been
2 days, a day and a half.
Aw.
yeah. And that
But
was for
Isn't this the most riveting content? Let's get back to more fun.
No, I
ask
mean this is
questions, I'm
That's
part
part
of
of it. Yeah, I mean,
of
how do
relationships.
grown-ups find time for sex when they have kids and shit?
And I
How do
mean-
you find time for kinky sex?
Oh wait,
when
no,
you have
time
kids
for
and shit?
sex? Oh, that's different.
So how do you find time to have sex?
Dating is different than finding time to have sex for
Finding time to
sure.
have sex is pretty much whenever he goes to bed. We're good.
We get an hour or so less of sleep and call it more tired
It's
the
a
next
fair
day,
trade-off,
but worth
right?
it.
I want to point out that she said an hour and not 15 minutes. Write that down.
It's on the record.
I wouldn't shortchange you, honey.
Well, I mean, that
It's on the record that Angie lasts an hour.
Yeah,
we don't
that-
know about Joe.
That time includes your nap, right, Joe?
Oh, God. All right, I'm not even gonna bother arguing that.
So I wanted to talk about my experience with Valentine's Day coming here to the States.
Oh yeah.
Because in England, it's honestly it's the same as here in the States. Like when you're in a relationship and it's Valentine's Day, you're like boyfriend girlfriend, like not marriage or anything like that, but like boyfriend girlfriend. And it's like you might get each other a card, or the guy might buy the girl some chocolates or some flowers or something like that. It's a lot of like the usual expected stuff. But when I came here, and I had a boyfriend at the time, and it was like my first Valentine's Day with a boyfriend in the States. I've seen a lot of movies, with American-based movies that have a little bit more emphasis on the holidays. Like Halloween is much more of a bigger thing here than it is in the UK, and Valentine's Day seems to be a bigger thing. So I asked a friend, a male friend, I was like, okay, so it's Valentine's Day in a couple days. I know like my cultural expectations, like I might get my boyfriend a card. He might get me some chocolates. We'll probably have like maybe a romantic meal or something like that. But that's in the UK. And like now I'm in the States with an American boyfriend. What do I need to know? What is his expectations? And the dude was like, well, I mean, wake him up with a blowjob and you're fine.
Or put him to bed with one.
I mean, both.
Oh my. Hello.
But he was like,
Jesus.
I mean, as long as you give him some head, he doesn't expect anything more than
Yeah,
that.
right. It's been a good day. Yeah, right.
I just thought it was funny because I was expecting something more on the erring on the side of romance. Like, oh no, the girl should buy the guy some chocolates or I don't know, something like it. I wasn't sure what I was expecting. That's why I was asking because I didn't know. And he's like, nah, just give him head.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Right.
He's not necessarily right, but he's not wrong.
I ended up with, I made breakfast. I made like an English style breakfast. We went out for dinner at some point. I don't know if it was on Valentine's Day. We went out for dinner. But yeah, there was definitely, I did put out. Definitely.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you at least give him some head? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And some.
Oh, my.
What's Jeremy saying to me in the chat? You don't make your own cards? You're a writer, damn it. Well, yeah. I mean, I write something sweet in the card. Definitely. So, Rex, what is your expectation for Valentine's Day?
I just want to get some head. Sorry,
Isn't
that was
that
too
every
easy.
man's expectation?
Nope.
I mean, we were going to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, what is it like in Texas? What are the Texas traditions of Valentine's Day?
I mean, honestly, like,
To you,
let's say...
West, I don't know who you are, but get out. I'm kidding, but please stop.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay,
T
yeah.
West, welcome in.
Probably.
Joe has an anti-foot fetish.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
An
you
aversion.
you maybe know that based on your comment. I mean, maybe not. Maybe this is just a coincidence. But yeah, Joe doesn't like feet, so we're not going to talk about that. I will say I've engaged in foot play
Yeah.
several different ways. And sorry, Joe, not to say this to freak you out. Feel free to take your headphones off for a second. But no, I've engaged in foot play. Not to say that I have a foot fetish or I've been with anyone who has a foot fetish. Actually, that's a lie. There was one guy who had a thing for feet, but we didn't do anything footsy. I wasn't with him for very long. But yeah, the feet play I think can be fun. But if you don't like feet, then you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah. No one expects you to consent to something you simply don't consent to. That's
Exactly.
kind of the whole point, really.
Wait, Jeremy, what's this March 14th? What?
Wait, what?
Steak and BJ Day? What is that? Is that just Texas? Come let's go to Texas. That sounds fun. Is that a thing? What is he talking
right.
about?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, for real.
It should just be Steak and Head Day.
Yeah, steak and head day, yeah. It doesn't have
like,
to be blowjob, yeah.
Yeah,
You can give head
eat
to your
some
partner
steak
either
and
way.
eat your
Give some
partner.
head.
Hold on.
Eat some meat.
Can I ask real quick, how many people in the chat know who Jim Jeffries is?
I don't know the name. Yeah.
Why are you calling out all these funny
Jim
people?
Jeffries?
When
Fuck you.
We're the funny people right here.
Jim Jeffries is a comedian who also made a April holiday that he wanted to call Anal Sex Day. And I'm pretty sure it was April 18th.
Why 18th?
And he was talking about how, I don't know, just a random
no.
day.
No, it's not. I get it. Think of the number 1 being a penis and the
1-8.
number 8 being butt cheeks.
And he said something about how he was like, what if you went to a bar and you saw another guy with a shirt that had like, you know, April 18th on it? You could just be like, yeah, power fist. But even better, what if you saw a girl with an April 18th t-shirt?
To each their own.
Yeah.
That was the smallest laugh I've ever gotten, and I'm disappointed. I'm going to be quiet now.
Oh.
I mean, you're not exactly a
Again.
comedian, Joe.
Oh!
I mean, you're not like a famous
Oh,
comedian.
right to the
stand-up
heart.
comedian.
Oh, I got to rip this knife out of my heart real quick.
Oh, sorry,
God, there's
Joe.
blood everywhere.
Oh no!
Fucking
Did you get your
hell.
period?
All right,
damn
well
it.
done, well done.
Wow.
See, now I do comedy. That's how you do it, Joe. That's how you do it.
done.
Fuck off.
Just giving you a little
and my
lesson there.
wife.
Wow, and she's not even the
You
sadist
can't-
in the room.
You can't do good comedy by referencing other comedians. You gotta be your own.
That's what I mean. It's like you're just dropping someone else's lines. That's like lip syncing
Yeah.
of comedy.
We'd go watch them if we cared.
And you get
He's
I think
voting.
Angie's
Holy
had
shit.
a few margaritas
you
tonight.
need to lay
huh?
off that tequila,
Oh
girl.
my goodness.
He's used to it. He's just pouting.
Oh, poor Joe.
Oh, Jose Feliciano, you heading out, man? All right, buddy, take it easy. We'll see you later.
Yeah, it's probably time for us to wrap this up. We usually do the feedback loops a little shorter
scratch.
than the usual length of Rex and I streams. So is there anything that we want to talk about before we end? Anything we want to bring up? Joe, Angie? Silence all around.
I got done.
Joe's looking at me at a loss. So
All right. Well, I mean, thank you to everyone for coming out and hanging out with us. Well, not coming out, but like coming here to hang
Hanging
out with
out,
us.
yeah.
Hanging out. I know a lot of people were a little worried about what we were going to be talking about tonight because we usually get on the risque side anyway. So saying that we were going to have a conversation about risque things and kink and sex and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Chet
Oh my
says,
God,
I
Jeremy.
I'll bet you did.
and
Your
that was
pleasure
the goal.
is our pleasure.
Now you make sure to clean up that mess, young man.
Silas says, my fragile virgin is. Oh my. All right. Anyone who wants a little whipping before we go, you know, we can arrange that. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Angie, especially Joe, as always. You know, thank you for hanging out with us tonight, being a part of this conversation. This has been a lot of fucking fun.
Oh shit, Borislav 24/7 popping up right there at the end. Hey buddy, welcome in.
Hey,
welcome
man.
in.
Oh, real
Well,
quick,
now we gotta go another 20 minutes.
bring up the other screen so we can just like
yeah.
show off our little.
And promo.
Are we on the right screen?
I think so.
Can you get an OBS so I can
Yeah,
see?
let's go back to the
So
streaming
just
software.
to real
There we
quick,
go.
just
There
to
it
sort of
is.
show how you can support our channels. We both are set up on Buy Me a Coffee, so buymeacoffee.com/SpornicusRex, and for me personally, buymeacoffee.com/8bitterror. If you want to support this channel, if you want to make this channel grow, help it grow.
Yeah.
What's that
Play
thing?
with it till it grows.
There we go. If you if you've enjoyed tonight and you want to throw a little money in the tip jar, it is greatly appreciated. It helps us continue to do these streams. It helps us to grow the channels. That's how you do it. Buymeacoffee.com/SpornicusRex. That's how you make a contribution, a one-time contribution to this channel. You can also become a channel member by following that link. That's like a monthly or an annual subscription to the channel. That is the best way to help this channel grow and to support it. Seriously, go check it out. Buymeacoffee.com/SpornicusRex. There are various different tiers. It starts at $1 a month. So $12 a year. Seriously, $12 a year. You can support this channel. Go to buymeacoffee.com/SpornicusRex to see the different tiers available and the different perks and rewards that you get for becoming a channel member. You can also follow us both on Instagram. Rex is SpornicusRex. I am 8_BitTerror. My name is 8BitTerror, but on Instagram someone had taken that tag.
Stop.
What?
Just stop.
What?
I have to point out that right now, while Claire is giving this spiel, she's sitting there with the flogger in her hand. I wish you
The
could
little-
see her
the little
on
black
camera
one.
right now. Yeah,
This-
the little black
Hang
flogger.
on, I don't want to set it
I
on
wish
fire.
you could see her on camera. She's, you know how people like, if somebody's got like a kitchen knife in their hand while they're talking to you and cooking dinner, and they're talking and everything they say, they're punctuating it with the kitchen knife in their hand. She's doing that with this fucking whip right now while she's giving this little spiel about the promo
Don't
stuff.
worry, you're safe.
So she's literally telling you to go to buy.
I can't get it to do a good snap on myself.
Well, give it here. I'll show you how.
God damn it, Claire.
So right now, she is actually telling y'all to go to buymeacoffee.com/SponicusRex with a whip.
Trying to whip myself on the leg. It's kind of hard.
Just think of all the things you can do with that sticker you get from the subscription.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, please do go check out Buy Me a Coffee. Please do follow us on Instagram if you're on Instagram. And here also on the screen are our schedules for live streams.
Hi, Connie.
Hey, Connie. So we have Rex's schedule there. He streams Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Tuesdays and Thursdays, The Witcher 3 Next Gen on Wednesdays and Fridays, and you are dropping a new video on Monday.
Yeah.
And then my schedule. Oh, this is wrong. We actually need to change this. It's the Dead Space remake, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. It was Sniper Elite 4. We need to switch this up. And then Resident Evil Village is on Mondays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. I see this comment you're typing in the chat. I'm going to show off the whip. So we weren't on the Whiskey Cam video feed when I was showing off the whip. Let me show off the whip.
Oh, I thought we were. Were we not?
Yeah, we missed that part.
Are we still on it? We're not on it yet.
Okay,
Switch over to it. Oh my word. There we go.
You have to tell me we're on Whiskey Cam. Now you can see the camera. That's the little black flogger that she was punctuating her sentences with.
She was trying to do that earlier.
It's a fun one too, actually.
It is.
It's interesting. The bigger one there, the black and red one there, the bigger one has more of a
thud.
It's less sting to it and more thud. It's more like an impact
it's
thing.
Heavy. This one is heavy. You can see the size difference. This is almost this is like a hand and a half, broadsword kind of
hand and a half hilt.
You tell them, Claire.
Yeah, it's a hand and a half, baby.
Oh shit. Anyway,
were we trying to shut this down?
We were indeed. Xylix
oh my
says
God,
now I
Tom.
have to withhold on my contributions until Rex delivers on his promise. Wait, what promise? What promise did you make?
The whippings will continue until viewer contribution improves.
Yes.
Thank you, Jameson Juicebox.
Oh, God damn it. All right, for real, folks, we are getting out of here. Joe, Angie, this has been a fucking blast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight while we talk about traditions for Valentine's Day and different, intimacy and relationship topics, things of that nature, sex ed, Thank you for being here with us while we talk really real grown-up shit. Not entirely like grown-ups.
This was perhaps the tamest conversation we've had. Honestly, we haven't got too risque with it.
We've got polite company over.
Damn.
Yeah,
it's because I'm here. I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being here. This has been fun. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I'm getting tired. It's time to go drink some whiskey and play with some toys. The candle's already going.
Oh yeah.
I mean.
It's all set up for you, Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And on that note, we're out.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Love y'all.
Bye.